Good evening, everybody. Welcome back once again to a Sunday live stream, Sunday evening live stream, I should say. I'm Chris the Batman Statue Collector, and I hope everybody's having a great day. I have been wrapping up all day long. It was my parents' 50th wedding anniversary, and so we've been doing that all day today. And so we're finally back home and kind of winding down. And I thought, let's do a hangout stream, kind of on the whim. And so, again, I hope everybody's having a great day. Hopefully, you've had a great weekend. Again, I can't believe it's already the end of the week, which is pretty crazy to start the new week. But anyway, if you're new to the channel for the very first time, welcome. This is one of our hangout shows where we just do hangout stuff. We talk about whatever's on your mind. You are highlighted in the chat right over here. So everybody, that's in the chat, welcome. Again, I see some members in here already, and we can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about here on the stream. Again, happy Sunday night. So let's talk about Azrael right here. Hi, Chris. Thank you for being here. Love the name. Bullseye 8841. Hey, Chris, how are we doing tonight? Doing great. Like I said, I've been, we had my mom and dad's 50th wedding anniversary. So we celebrated that with, I don't know, over 100 people that came and showed up, and we had cake and just went to dinner with them. So, been a long day, but it's been a lot of fun. The Definitive Collector rocking his PCS shredder right there. That's awesome. What's up? Thank you for being here. We have a member in the house. Money Wasted Collecting in the house says, yo, hope you're doing great, my friend. Thanks for being here, and thanks for being a member. Kay, also another member. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys so very much. There's Theodore, another member. Thank you very much. There he is. Hope everyone is doing well. Doing great, Theodore. Again, I just can't believe it's already Sunday night. Georgia in the house. Georgia comments on every video, so thank you very much. He says, please, everyone hit that like button. So thank you very much. I'm showing 25 people in, 2 minutes in. So if we can get 25 likes, that'd be awesome. Thank you, guys. And Theodore, boom, he delivers. Thank you very much. I appreciate it very, very much. Doomslayer in the house says, yo, yo, yo. Thank you very much for being here, my friend. Lex Ledger in the house says, happy Sunday, Chris. Question, do you know when we are supposed to get that Superman life-size bust from Limit Studios? I may pick it up. I would imagine that it'll be sometime early summer would be my guess. I don't know if, it depends on when they can get it in production. They've obviously teased Superman. They've teased the... it's already up for pre-order. Superman's already up, right? So I don't know. I don't know when the delivery date's supposed to be. They have the Hush Superman also, and then the Batman Who Laughs. All three of those from Limit, and they're all really great. So I would imagine maybe Superman sometime at the end of this year, I bet. But I don't know. I don't have any insight into that. We got Josue Collectibles in the house. Good evening. Good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Peter LaChance, looking forward to the stream. Thank you very much, Peter. Again, this is just our hangout stream. So again, thank you everybody that's tuning in tonight. I really appreciate it. Extreme Gamer and Collector. Sup, Chris? Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's been a great weekend. We didn't do a ton yesterday. I'm trying to think. I went to go drop some boxes off in storage. Filmed a couple videos yesterday. I'm trying to think of what else we did yesterday. That seems. I was like, I completely forgot. Last night we went to see the band Kansas. I'm a big rock and roll fan. I've seen just about every rock and roll band you can see, but I've never seen Kansas, which is funny because I am in Kansas. But they played our local theater here. They actually did 2 back-to-back nights, which was really cool. So it was a sold-out crowd last night, sold-out crowd the night before. And so I just wanted to hear Carry On My Wayward Son, which was pretty awesome. I'm not a big Kansas fan. I know like 3 or 4 of their songs, but they're very, very talented. Money Wasted Collecting says, what all pieces are you supposed to be hopefully getting delivered soon? Hopefully your Batsuit Jokers are en route. So yeah, that's the one that's really there. I don't have a lot on pre-order, surprisingly. I've been kind of waiting. Obviously there's going to be a whole bunch of busts I'm going to be ordering from Tweeterhead. I'm going to be ordering a bunch of the pieces from Legendary Beast Studio, including that Joker that they teased with the Harley Quinn this week. But as for the pieces getting in, really Batsuit Joker is the one that's on the horizon. I did get tracking for that, which it doesn't update until it hits the United States. Although last time, what was it? My Batman versus Joker, I think it was. It never updated. It never updated the tracking. once it got to the United States. So it just showed up one day with the 3 boxes. So I don't know if that'll happen with my Batsuit Joker or not. I think I did get tracking for the Batman from Blitzway. So I'm hoping that it'll update. But yeah, Batsuit Joker is coming. I'm hoping I like that one. I saw some pictures recently this week about just I'm not sure about the blue. So hopefully I like it in person. I'm a little bit nervous about me not liking it. So we'll see. We got Mr. Montoya in the house. Hello to you. Bat Beast in the house. Happy Sunday, Chris. My Tech 1000 should finally be delivered to spec this week. I cannot wait to get it. I know the people at spec have been waiting for literally years for that piece. So you're going to be getting this guy right back there. Tech 1000, one of my all-time favorite, if not the favorite piece of my collection. I absolutely love it. Congratulations. Decorum Nation says, hi, Chris. You think the Dark Knight Returns Lightning PF will get a discount? It's very possible. It's a great piece. I think it's absolutely possible that it'll get a discount. I don't know how many they have made. I don't remember what the ES is. If the ES was really quite high, there's a chance. Bullseye 8841 says, hey, Chris, how do you go about contacting professional artists for commissions, and what should I expect to pay? It really just depends. Like, my my David Finches that I have in the collection. So something like this. So I got this one at last year's price. So this was $1,200. Okay. 11 by 17, $1,200. This piece, if he did this for me today, I think it would be $2,600. Okay. Something like this, I got it at MegaCon. This is Tony Daniel. This was, I think, $200. So it's used like $200 to $400 for him. Something like this, which I'm currently selling. This is also a Tony Daniel piece, $1,200. So it depends on the level of the artist. Sometimes you can get them, $5, $6, $20. If you do something like a quick sketch at a show, it just really just depends. But really, there's a lot of like comic sketch art represents a lot of the artists. So what you want to find is who represents the artists, and then contact them. So like I found out the handler for David Finch, and David Finch is through Essential Sequential. And so I was able to get commissions done through him. Like I've got my Scarecrow, my Mr. Freeze, my Batman that I had him do, my Two-Face, and my Joker. As I'm looking at them, all of those were done via contact through Jason. And so you just have to do your research. That's the main thing. But you can go to different places. Comic Art Fans is a great place to look to get some information. But really just the best thing to do is just type in the name of the artist in Google, find their website, find out who represents them. And that's the best way to do it. Be prepared to wait though. Like I know, like I've been trying to get on Jason Fabok's list. I've been talking with him, and he's going to get me on his list. However, he still hasn't done stuff from this past summer. Like this like past September. And so there are pieces that I know people are waiting from there. Same with some of the bigger name artists, because they're busy, they're doing other projects. And so when they can get to yours, they will. And I know like Jason's promised me one, hopefully like toward the end of the year now. Like that's whenever he's like, I think he said like August would be the first time he'd have a chance to work on one. So, I mean, it just goes to show you how busy they are. But hopefully that helps a little bit. JWR, another Brotherhood member. Thank you to all the members here, guys. Let's give a round of applause to the members here tonight. Please hit the like button for them. Thank you guys for supporting the channel like you guys do. You guys are amazing. What's everyone? Let's see if we can get another live pre-order. That's right. Like, what can I live pre-order tonight? Yeah. What did I say the other night? It was like 7 super chats or something, and we got those really fast. So that was really cool. Thank you guys for that. Yeah, Doomslayer, I'm really pumped for the Beetlejuice. I hope it's good. Like sometimes, and I'm sure you guys feel this way too, is sometimes when you get that sequel, we're excited to see those characters again, but sometimes I feel like they should just leave it alone. Like Beetlejuice was such a great standalone film, kind of like Edward Scissorhands or some of those other Burton films. Like just the one by themselves is so iconic. It's like, 30 years later or whatever it is, do we really need a sequel? Yeah, it's going to be cool to see those characters again. But oftentimes I think it's like nostalgia, but it's like it lets us down because it's not as good as the originals. So, and is it a cash grab? Yes. And a lot of times it absolutely is. But I'm excited to see it. I hope it's good. I love Keaton, of course. Limit Studio Superman bust was supposed to come at Q1, but haven't heard anything since the release. Okay. Well, sometimes there are logistics of the factories being behind, or the factories, prioritizing other companies. And sometimes I have heard that. So there's a chance that could be the case. But what are we in Q2 now? So, I mean, maybe it'll surprise us and start shipping. But congratulations on that piece. Chris, anything on Prime 1 Superman? What price do you think? Are you talking about the quarter scale that they're the Hush Superman? 1,300 maybe? We'll see for the quarter scale, if that's what you're talking about, Georgia. Hi, Chris. I just thought I'd ask your opinion. Got 5 quarter scale PFs. However, I have the opportunity to get Joker Say Cheese Deluxe to go with the Tech 1000, but we need to sell 2 or 3 of my PFs. Is it worth it? To me, it is. I love Joker Say Cheese. It is, again, those 2 pieces. I mean, Joker Say Cheese and Tech 1000 are my number 1 and 2 in my collection. Again, that's personal taste. So you might get Joker Say Cheese and not love it. I love it. I just absolutely love the head sculpts. I love the portrait. So for me, it would be worth it. Luckily, I have enough room that I don't have to make those sacrifices. So I feel you. I know that sucks. And maybe if you can find 2 or 3 PFs that do not necessarily mean as much to you anymore, ones that you feel like, yeah, I won't miss them. And maybe down the road, you can buy them back if you do. That's the thing. There's a lot being, sold right now. So, it is what it is. Yeah, we'll see how he answered that. We got Jimmy G in the house. Hello to you, Jimmy. Thank you for being here, my friend. Chris, do you know why things come slower from spec? Okay, so from what I've been told, and again, forgive me if I have this wrong, but what I've been told is that, so spec or whoever, whatever local retailer you use, buys a container, right? And you've seen these giant shipping containers, okay? And let's say that they get an order in from Queen, and let's say they get 20 boxes, okay? So, you have a piece of paper. All right, so let's say here's your shipping container, right? Okay, and those 20 boxes from Queen filled up like that much of the container, and then they know that they're gonna get a bunch of boxes from Prime 1. So then they wait until they get those boxes from Prime 1. They get another 20, and now they filled up this much, and so they keep having to wait until that container is completely full before it ships. So they may have the product 3 or 4 months before, when everybody else is getting theirs, but their container isn't full yet. Hopefully that makes sense. That's just kind of what I've been told. It makes sense from a business standpoint that they'd have to wait to fill that container. They're not going to ship a half empty container. And so that's why I've heard it takes longer. Again, forgive me if I'm wrong, but that's just what I've heard. Jumping onto your unboxing after this, Jimmy G. Oh, Jimmy G's, what are you unboxing, Jimmy? I didn't see that you were unboxing something tonight. Let me know. Justin Racklin in the house. Hey, Chris. Hey, everybody. Thank you for being here, my friend. It's great to see so many members. Again, I really appreciate you guys very, very much. We're going to do a members-only stream here real soon, I promise. So stay tuned. Members-only stream coming up. I contacted the Finch middleman, and he told me $700 for headshot. Yes, the headshots that I'm doing right now are $700. A year ago, they were a lot cheaper. So the prices continue to go up. But yeah, $700 for headshot, $2,500 for the full body. Like I showed you with Man-Bat. Man-Bat today would be $2,500. Do you think you'll ever like silicone statues? Well, like I've got one. I've got the Joker back here. That is a silicone-based statue. And so I very much like it. I don't feel like that is like my bread and butter. Like I feel like I really like polystone. I really like resin. I like that weight to it, the sculpted look. Um, but I feel like silicone to me is awesome. It's taking things to the next level, but in a lot of ways, it's kind of fad like to me. But I'm just excited that there's choice. You know, there's a lot of different options out there for collectors. Paula in the house. Hey, Paula, hope you're doing great. Hopefully, you're having a great weekend. Again, can you believe it's Sunday night already? I had a girl from the Philippines do a custom artwork of some of my favorite SCP. We unfortunately aren't talking anymore. Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. Did you at least get the art? When are you starting your new channel, Mr. BAC Batman Art Collector? Well, Art Statue Collector is already taken, right? Give a shout out to Art. Yeah, Justin, I'm really getting into this stuff. I showed some people in Facebook, but I just won this little Greg Capullo original sketch. He's really difficult to get. He won't sketch anymore, like in person, and so it's really hard to get anything from him. But I did win a heritage auction, so I got this little Capullo remark. So I'm gonna frame it up. I mean, it's just a little tiny thing, but like, come on, I have a Capullo. You know, that's exciting. So I've just really been getting into the art. Sorry about that. And I don't know. It's just become a big passion for me. I don't know. I'm surprised I like it as much as I do. But yeah, I'm currently selling some pieces to try to fund some bigger ones. Just exciting. Bullseye says much appreciated, and a Fabok piece would be worth the wait. His work is amazing. So my goal is to commission a new jock at some point, a Fabok, a Bermejo. Those are some of the ones that I'm definitely interested in. Pre-order the tactical throne with the screens. That's one I have still not pre-ordered yet, JC. It's definitely on my list. I just don't know how I display it because of the depth. It will not fit on my back shelves where all the other quarter scale stuff is. So I'm just trying to figure out what to do. Travis says, I work at a restaurant dishwasher. I spent $2,000 on a statue and I'm happy. Well, that's awesome. I mean, that's the thing is, you know, just like anything, if you save for it, you know, and you love it, then by all means spend the money. As long as, you know, you have, you know, money to pay the bills and everything else, don't spend beyond your means. But congratulations. What did you buy, Travis? I want to know what you buy. So I was invited last year to Sideshow Con, and I think I'm going to be gone during that time. We're taking a cruise with a family reunion, so I think I'm going to miss it. I don't know if I would be invited again this year. I don't know, but I was invited to tour like one little area of their facility, not the main building. Like they made it specific, like I would not be able to tour the main building and blah blah blah. I know other YouTubers and some streamers have had that opportunity. I still have not had that opportunity. I hope so one day. Like that would be a dream come true to tour Sideshow and to meet some of the other people that work there, some of my heroes that I've been talking about for 7 years. They're nearly 7.5 now. But yeah, I would love to tour Sideshow's headquarters and vlog it. I know that there's some areas that you cannot film in because obviously there's things that are in production right now. But it would be a dream to tour Sideshow. I would fly there just for that. Like, if I could just get on a plane and fly there, I would absolutely love to do that. Extreme Gamer and Collector says, really excited. Chris just paid off my Tech 1000 and Batman versus Joker from Spec. Todd said it should be arriving soon. Tech next month and Diorama in April. That is fantastic. And again, 2 incredible pieces. I don't think you're going to be disappointed at all. They have just such great impact in the collection. Just awesome. John says, happy Sunday, everyone. Not sure if it has already been discussed, but if they could get the price similar to Polystone, do you think Queen Studios 1/3 Hulk is the future of collecting? I think it's phenomenal. A lot of people are concerned by the silicone. A lot of people are concerned about the articulation and just the durability of that over time. I, for one, think it looks incredible. I think it's one of the best looking pieces that Queen Studios has done. you know, again, like, you know, it's $4,400. That is a bitter pill to swallow. That's a lot of money for something like that. Is it awesome? Yes. I think that a lot of people have been commenting in the last couple of days. I've been seeing that, like, the overseas collector, you know, in that you know, that Asian market, let's say, that they have the money to buy those. You know, whereas maybe in America we're kind of like short sighted a little bit, like we're a little narrow thinking, and like, who's going to buy that? Blah blah blah. Well, somebody is buying that stuff, and so they are. I feel like they are catering to a very small group of collectors, but as long as they can sell that small group, they're real happy. You know, they've made a really large profit. So I don't know if it's the future of collecting. I don't know if I like articulation, because then it just becomes to me like a big figure. And like, I like the swap outs with statues, but like, I don't want my statue moving. Like, I don't need my Joker arm to go like, I don't need that. That's just me. That's where you have to think, okay, if it's 100% silicone, you can move it. Is it a statue? So that's subjective in itself. Is it a statue? Chris, so many statues are on delay. Also, the edition sizes are to be determined. I think it's just because it just depends on the company. I mean, we've seen some things that are out way sooner, because I think that the edition sizes are smaller. And so, you know, really they're getting them out quicker. Like, if they used to make 5,000 of these, and that took 2 years to get in, well, now if they're making 70, let's say, they're going to get those out a lot quicker, right? So I think it really just depends. But we have seen companies, XM, there's been some delays, obviously, and that's been, you know, some kind of controversy lately. But, you know, it's just maybe the sign of the times, depending on the company. JWR says, I'm in the same boat as you. I've overbought art, and now I'm trying to figure out how to hang everything new with my old art. I'm really struggling with that. Like, I've got all this art laying around. I've got some framed, some not framed, but I'm just like, I'm trying to like grasp, like, do I put all my color art on this wall and all the black and white elsewhere? But my passion is the black and white, so I feel like I need more art space. So it's very complicated, because I have a lot of colorful art as well, like a lot of art prints and canvases from Alex Ross and Jim Lee and Lee Bermejo. I've got all this stuff. Like, where do I put that stuff? And so I'm really struggling with it. I hear you. It is frustrating. Todd said he had an old distributor. He now switched to a new one. I got my Nathan Drake from Prime One in early March, just 2 to 3 months after direct people shipping got theirs. That's great. And you know, obviously, the quicker thing. Let me try to say that again. The quicker that Todd can get stuff out, the happier his customers are. So, do you think Todd wants to get stuff out quicker? 100%. So I'm sure that he's working behind the scenes to make some of those things happen. Obviously, he doesn't want any bad PR. He doesn't want bad feeling in the community. He wants to be successful, and he wants his customers to keep coming back, right? So him going to a new distributor, that's probably a smart move for him. I think that's great. It only helps the customers. Brotherhood member Jeremy T, again, thank you guys so very much for all the members here. Again, I cannot thank you guys enough for always being on these live streams and supporting the channel like you guys do. It is just greatly appreciated. So thank you to all of our members that have hit that join button down below. I really appreciate it. Justin says, I feel like it would be an amazing piece to add to your collection, especially with the art you've started to add, explore. I don't remember which one. Which one did we say, Justin? I'm sorry, I can't remember. We are unboxing the Prime 1 Predator bust tonight. Oh, it's awesome. Definitely check out Jimmy G's channel. That's fantastic. That's awesome. It's a great piece. Congratulations. Do you own any Jazz Inc. Batman pieces? I do not own the vehicles. I do not. But they're awesome. They're very cool. You ever look at Johnny D. Jardine's art? Yes, I have. I've looked at a lot of his artwork. I'm definitely, because of the prices I'm spending or wanting to spend, like, I'm selling some art. And so there's a video of that coming out this week, probably. but I'm definitely discovering a lot of different artists, some that are very well known, some that are not well known. But really, at this point, I'm just looking for art that speaks to me. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a famous artist. Obviously, when they're famous or well known, like I did commission a new George Jimenez piece. That is going to be a punchline. I'm getting that one from C2E2. And so, which I have a Batman currently. I'm thinking about getting one of his scarecrows also, but those are expensive. Like those are more money. And so really it's, if the art speaks to me, that's what I'm looking for right now. Cause I've gotten pieces from my favorite artists at this point for the most part. Again, I'm still trying to get the Bermejo. I'm still trying to get the Fablock. Once I get those two crossed off my list, I'm feeling pretty good. Just sold most of my Sideshow premium formats. I've mostly gone the Prime 1/3 route these days. Looking forward to LBS 1/3 also. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a great time to be a third scale collector for sure. If you've never had a third scale in your collection, you just don't know the pop it has. Like it just has such a wow factor. So I understand, Theodore. If I didn't have this back shelf back here, I might also have only gone 1/3. I like the option that I have the quarter scale, because I mean Prime One's putting out some really great quarter scale stuff. Sideshow continues to put out really great quarter scale stuff. We talked about that on the video earlier today. Thank you to everybody that's watched that video. I really appreciate it, because I think Sideshow is just really on a roll right now. I wish statue collecting would end up like car buying these days. The dealership overpriced new used cars, and now they have no choice but to come down, which statues, which would decrease some too. I mean, I don't think that's probably going to happen, but it's wishful thinking, right? It sure would be nice. Jigs TC says, "Evening, everyone. Thank you for being here. Hope you're having a great end of your weekend." All right, we got the Rock in here. Hi, all. Chris, I missed the live show the other night. How's it going? I'm doing great. Thank you. How are you? I wanted to ask if they do Ghostbusters Frozen Empire Frozen Empire statues, what statue would you like to see for it to be 100% movie? I have not seen Frozen Empire, so I don't know if I would be a good judge. I think anytime you do the original crew is always good. I don't think that the new characters will stand the test of time. I just don't. Again, kind of going back to what I said earlier, I feel like it's kind of like a cash grab. It's trying to, like, if they really wanted to promote, that's what the thing I've heard about Frozen Empire is, it's there's too many characters, there's too much going on. And so I feel like what Frozen Empire probably needed to be was where they didn't really have the old Ghostbusters in there fighting anymore. And just really tried to focus on the new characters, because I don't feel like the new characters will catch on without them doing that. Again, that's just my opinion. I mean, it's fun. It's a fun, but I don't think it'll be iconic. Like, I mean, it's 2024 and we're still talking about the Ghostbusters, those original couple films. I love them, and, but we're still talking about them today. I don't think we're going to be talking about Frozen Empire 30 years from now. So I think anything from the original, set of films is what I would want to see. Like, how about Vigo? Like, that'd be a pretty cool statue with the painting behind him. That'd be kind of cool. The articulation on that Hulk is a gimmick and not welcome in relationship to R&D impact to cost. I think it's cool. Like, I mean, the first time I saw it, I was like, wow, that's pretty badass. That's pretty neat. But then as soon as I got to thinking, like, silicone with the articulation, that's going to eventually rip, right? Like, it's going to maybe eventually tear through. Like, that makes me really nervous. Now, I feel like once you get it and you get it the way you want it, don't move it ever again, like that sort of thing. But to me, it is kind of gimmicky. I think it's neat, but I think it's really better for hot toys and figures, like that. I don't know if statues need to have that, because again, is it really a statue at this point? If it's all rubber and it's all metal inside that can move, like, is it really a statue? Sorry, I must have missed something there. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out what you were saying there, Dwayne. The link was in the previous comment. I'll send a PM. I don't know if I'm missing something there. Sorry, Justin, if I did. The bin cave. I vote to put the two busts back where they originally were. Thought that was the perfect spot for them. How are you feeling with the new setup? Well, as you can see, I'm trying to like play around with stuff. I had the Batman bust here the other day. I just took it down last night to put him there just to kind of see kind of what the bigger statues would look like in the middle. They do block quite a bit. So I think I maybe just might leave the movie pieces in the middle like I have them. But I don't know. I'm still playing around. I'm still experimenting. John McClane says nobody wants new characters of Ghostbusters. That's the thing. Is like I don't know if anybody wants a Paul Rudd Ghostbusters. I mean, maybe, or whatever the name of the kids are. You know, they should have remakes 2 decade. It's been a long day. Sorry. They should have had 2 remakes 2 decades ago when they were younger. I have a 100% agree. 100% agree. I saw the new Ghostbusters. I enjoyed it a lot. The only one that really sucked was the one with the ladies. Yeah, that one was not very good. I mean, they tried, but it was not well written. Chris, do you think more addition of Little Crisis statue? I'm not sure what that is. Oh, do you think there's more addition of the Little Chris, like my statue? I go, where is Little Chris? Where is he at? There he is. Nope, there's still just an addition size of one here at the Bat Cave, and the other one is at Dan's house. God bless him. But yeah, we still have Little Chris. We can put him back there and he can hang out. Alex says, same here, son, off all my 1/4 scale pieces and going only prime 1/3 DC and Predators. Well, there we go, Alex. That's cool. That's awesome. Did you ever replace your Dark Knight Lightning Batman due to yell? Yes, Sideshow replaced it. Sideshow gave me a new lightning bolt. Dwayne says, you misread, not statue, studio company. Oh, let me see. I wanted to ask if they do Ghostbusters Frozen Empire statues, what studio would you like to see do it? Oh, probably PCS. I mean, PCS has done the Ghostbusters. Sorry, I messed that up, Dwayne. Sorry, it's been a long day. Like I said, I'm really tired. I'm ready for bed. But probably PCS. PCS has done a really great job with some of those movie pieces. I think that they've done, great justice to them. The likenesses maybe could be a little bit better. I feel like I feel like they need to improve in that department. Depending on the piece, I mean, it's really hard to compete if you put a piece like that next to like a Blitzway. Like, wow, Blitzway is like Hot Toys quality. I would like to see. PCS get to that point. I would like to see that. Freddie is in the house. Hello, Freddie. Think Tweeterhead will announce any more characters of their bus line soon. Yes, I've been talking with Chad all week. Stuff's coming, guys. I've been working with Chad to, tweak. Like, he wants my opinion. He wants your opinions on how this character should look, or what his facial expression should be, or what this costume will look like. He wants it to be perfect. And so he's been picking my brain quite a bit. So it's actually been really cool to help develop some of this stuff, as a fan and as a collector. It's really exciting. So yeah, there's a lot more coming. Trust me, guys. I mean, stuff that I'm extremely excited about. So I know you guys will be too. And that's the thing is, like, as I'm talking to him, like, I'm thinking about you guys too. Like, not just what I want, but like what I hear you guys want, like what I hear the community wants. I'm sharing that as much as I possibly can with Chad as they make these decisions. I feel that articulation is 100% gimmick. I'm buying a statue, not a figure. That's the problem I have with silicone too. I only think it's okay on a bust 1-to-1, but that Hulk is all silicone scary. And again, I'm sure that you're going to get a good 40, 50 years out of those things. And again, I'm not going to be around in 50 years, most likely. So I'm not really worried about that. Like, am I really going to be wanting to collect this when I'm in my 80s? I can't imagine me being hello, Sonny, I'm the Batman statue collector and I'm 85 years old. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going to be. Who knows? But I'm not really worried about the longevity. But again, I don't know if, to me, if it looks good and I never move it, that could, I mean, it could be a statue, right? It's just, it's kind of a gray area right now, I feel. You should make little versions of the entire original Rogues and auction off the sets. So yeah, like everybody does like a little BSC Dan, or a little BSC, a little Dan, a little Eric. That'd be pretty funny. I just don't, no one's going to want that. That's the problem. There's going to be like one person out there that maybe wants them. Who's your favorite former wrestler turned actor? I love Cena and Bautista. Yeah, they both have been really great. Love Cena as Peacemaker. I think that's been a lot of fun. Batista, of course, Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't know if I have a favorite. I've enjoyed them all, really. It's been nice to see Batista kind of grow. I've had a chance to see him wrestle many times. I've seen Cena wrestle many times. Of course, The Rock I've seen many times as well. Obviously, The Rock has been most successful, especially since Fast 5. Hello again, Freddie. Scott in. Chris, any desire to get the J&D Pfeiffer Catwoman if it's better than Prime 1? I think that J&D Pfeiffer is most likely going to be a 6 scale. I could be wrong, but that's just my guess that it's going to be a 6 scale. Does anybody know? Chris, that's okay. Thanks for reading it again. Have they done some Ghostbusters? Yeah, they have the quarter scale of all the 3. They're getting ready to do the what Gozer, or with the 2 dogs with the girl in the middle. They've teased that already too. So I wonder if I have that picture. Let me go into my Future Rogues gallery folder here. I can't remember if I downloaded that or not. Nope, I don't have it. Anyway, yeah, they've done some great Ghostbusters pieces. So look into PCS. That Dark Knight Returns above your left shoulder is seriously badass. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just kind of playing around with it to see if some of these pieces might work in the middle. I slept on this one for a really long time. Just got it recently. But man, it's such a big, giant, epic statue. Terry, hi from England. Hope you're doing well. Thanks. Hope everything's going well over there. It's cold and rainy here. I'm sure it's probably like that in England right now. Man, England is someplace that I would love to visit one day. I've never been to the UK, but it's definitely on our list. Been to Paris. I've been to Rome. Been to Switzerland, but I haven't done the UK yet. I'd Tweeterhead. I hope Tweeterhead does a flash bust, but it would be an instant buy for me. I'm sure that they will. I'm sure that they want to do all of the heroes and the villains. Hi, Chris. Besides bust, is Tweeterhead going to continue their Batman Rogues 1/6 and 1/4? I believe so. I think that for sure they're 6 scale. They've teased Catwoman. But I don't know for sure how much further, how deep. I know that they're really passionate about these busts going forward. So we'll see, but I'm hoping they don't abandon those other pieces. I just think they're slowing down on the full scale a little bit. But they're still doing, Thundercats, they're still doing Masters of the Universe, that sort of thing. Oh, let's see. Justin says, tell Chad we want the superpowers line started back up again. He'll probably know it was me asking. I'm sure he'll probably like roll his eyes or something, right, Justin? I know. But it is frustrating as a collector. I mean, I hear you. Like, when they start a line and then they're like, maybe it doesn't sell as well as they had hoped, or maybe they get, the shiny new thing over here. So I know it's frustrating when a line doesn't get completed. It's just, I know, I hear you. If you're not doing this at 85, I'm going to be pissed. That's right, Ben Hizzle. I remember back in 2024, he was saying I got to go to 85. We'll see. I don't know if anybody needs to see an old, wrinkly up, gray-haired BSC, but we'll see. If you guys are still supporting me at 85, I'm in. Until I got my Harley bust, I was very skeptical about silicone. Now I love it. Of course, Paula is referring. She had the Infinity Studios Harley Quinn, which is a piece I had on pre-order for a while, but Paula did get it recently. She says she loves the texture and thinks it looks great. Got to try it and try it for yourself before you can make a silicone decision. that's the thing with any of this stuff. Until you see it in person, you're like, holy crap, this is really cool. And it's just the same for any scale. Like you see some of these things, you're like, man, this thing is really awesome. It looks so much better in person. I still have not seen Dune 1 or Dune 2. So, in the time I could be watching Dune, I'm hanging out with you guys on a Sunday night. So this is I would much rather do this than watch Dune 1. I'm a little late tonight. Did you show and items you still have for sale? I like the art stuff. Again, I'm doing a video, but I've got some pieces of art here. I've got a Tony Daniel. I've got the original Tony Daniel here, 11 by 17. This is an original Ivan Reyes. This is from Redcoat, from their new Ghost Machine. So one of a kind from a brand new comic. And I've got the Jock right here, original Jock. So those are the ones I have right now. I think there might have been one other one. I can't remember. But if anybody's interested, thebatmanstatuecollector@gmail.com. Again, I've got a video coming out. I've got some CGCs and stuff too in that video. So got some stuff. I'm trying to fund this really big, expensive thing. So I'm trying to sell some of these pieces of art. Hey, Chris, is it true that the rumor for the new Joker movie is going to be mostly a musical? Plus, I'm watching on TV while I'm eating a chimichanga. Appreciate the YouTube videos as well. Well, first of all, I love chimichangas. They're freaking delicious. Anything I could, especially tacos. Like I could eat tacos every day of my life. Thanks to everybody that humored me and watched my Taco Bell review. That was kind of fun. I don't know if you guys like that or not, but that was kind of fun to do. So anyway, the Joker, what I've heard is it's not necessarily a musical, but think about, do you guys remember Knight's Tale, where during the movie they had a whole bunch of rock songs that was really weird because it didn't fit the time period? That is what I'm now hearing that the Joker 2 is going to be, is it's going to have like 10 or 15 songs through it, not necessarily them singing, you know what I mean? But songs through it to tell the story, if that makes sense. Obviously, they did the rock and roll anthem as he's coming down the stairs. Bum, ba-dum, hey, ba-da-dum. So I think that they're taking that and expanding upon it and going to be adding a lot of songs. I don't think it's going to be Joker singing per se. VP Productions. I was considering buying 1/3 Superman bust by Tweeterhead, but since LBS has a similar pose, I pre-ordered LBS Superman. Again, I don't think you can go wrong with either piece, quite frankly. The Tweeterhead piece, obviously, what Chad is trying to accomplish is he's trying to create a really great, like Bowen-esque line, where you can imagine that you have a whole row of these busts. Okay, think of like the DC black and white line, having a whole row of those, or having a whole row of busts that are third scale for like $300, $300, $400, whatever it's going to be, depending on the size of it. That is really cool. And so I don't think you can go wrong either way. Obviously, Legendary Beast has a really great Superman coming with the Alex Ross inspired. Like, it's going to be awesome. So I really don't think you can go wrong either way. Let's see. Hey, Kenneth, thank you for being here. You got it, Dwayne. Hey, what's the best cons to go to actually see statues in person? There are very few. It used to be San Diego Comic-Con was number one, New York Comic-Con, sometimes Monsterpalooza, some of those events, but all the companies have drawn back since COVID. They discovered it was cheaper just to do it at their own facility, to do online streams like Sideshow Con. So there's really good stuff, but it is disappointing because there's nothing like being able to be at a booth. I'm so glad I got to experience one San Diego Comic-Con like that 2 years ago. Like, that was really neat to me. And I just loved that. And I wish we would get it again. A big statue on a small pillar looks like it'll fall over. Yeah, this is temporary. This is just a placeholder. Again, I would build giant pillars or stands. I'm just trying to get a feel for the collection right now. Every time I consider making a switch to 1/3, Sideshow smacks me with a 1/4 that I can't resist. And that's the thing, is like, quarter scale and third scale are my two favorite scales, and I feel like they can work together, depending on how you have it displayed. But I hear you, Real McCoy. I know exactly what you're saying. Also, I liked your spring break video blog. Did you go into the comic collector store that had the shark module outside, and how was that there? I don't think that there wasn't any comic book shop where I was for spring break. We did the video tour that was down in Moore, Oklahoma. That was DC Collectibles, Comics and Games, an amazing store. But like where I was at, this was Port Aransas, Texas. They didn't have a comic book shop there. That would have been awesome. But it was just novelty stores down there, basically, like beach towels and boogie boards, things like that, and magnets. The BSC will be a thing of legend and myth in 50 years. You'll still be going, Chris. Well, Lord knows. Again, my goal is to get to 100K. We just went over 62K this week. So thank you everybody for supporting the channel. Again, we've had a lot of growth here recently. And so thank you very much. But I don't know. In 50 years, I don't think I'll be around. That's for sure. I'm going to be 48 this year, so we'll see how it goes. But thank you very much, Theodore. Chris, thanks for your kindness and time. Well, again, it's you guys are the reason why I do this, so I thank you for your time, and I thank for your kindness. This group continues to be positive. Very, very few negative ever creep in, and so thank you guys for being just the greatest statue group in the world. Like, I love you guys. You're amazing. Here's our good friend Jeff Morris in the house. Hey, everyone. I watched Late Night with the Devil yesterday. Fun, creepy, and creative, spooky film. Highly recommended. Is that the one with David Dismalchin? I keep seeing the teasers for it. It looks creepy as hell to me. I was like, I don't know if I want to watch that. I had a chance to meet David Dismalchin. He's fantastic. Obviously, he was in The Dark Knight, and he was also in the Gotham TV series, which is really great. He's also Polka Dot Man for everybody. Is that the one you're talking about, Jeff? That's the only thing I worry about Tweeterhead's bust line. I hope they don't just make a few characters and then abandon the line. So that's the thing is, like, KVC, if we support them and we show that we like them, he wants to keep making them forever. But here's the thing. If people only buy a small number of the good characters and the popular characters and the characters like Clayface and Solomon Grundy or whoever, they've teased Freeze, they've teased Clayface. Like, if we buy them and they're successful and we prove that we want them with our money, like, we've been asking for these characters, but if we don't buy, then they're not going to keep making them. It's just not financially sound for them. So we have to put our money where our mouths are. Not sure if you've seen the original Roadhouse, but do you plan on watching the remake? I did see that. Patrick Swayze, obviously, great movie. I would check out the remake for sure. There's a website that you can buy pillars from. You can pick up the color and size you want with depth and height. I've seen some of those, like Pedestal Resource, maybe. I've also considered doing the spec fiction ones that they're doing. I haven't heard anything about that in over a year, so I don't know where they are with that, with production. Justin says, yeah, it just so bummed that the superpower style Aquaman and Flash never got made. The 2.0 Aquaman is great, but the 2.0, the Flash is so large and static compared to what you would expect. So again, I hear you, Justin. It is frustrating whenever you don't quite get the whole lineup that was kind of promised to us. But again, I'm assuming it had to do with sales. Like, if the Flash didn't sell very well, or if this character didn't sell very well, they're like, well, if people aren't buying this, we're not going to keep putting them out, Everybody's saying hello to Jeff. The Hulk looks like a real living being. I'm just hating on the articulation. Yeah, I mean, the sculpt is fantastic. Like, there's no question to me that the sculpt is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. I'm waiting patiently for the reveal of the PF Constantine. I'm a little wary of the sculptor, but I'm not a Bermejo fan, so I've got my fingers crossed for something good. Well, I'm very excited. Have they announced the sculptor? I don't think they've announced that yet. Maybe they did. But man, that Jeff Delaney, Secret Sanctuary, got that one in. So cool. Like, it is a really cool statue to me. That's the one I would want. I'm thinking more like the big Lebowski dream sequence. Let's see. What did he say earlier? I don't know what he said. Chris, have you seen the new teaser trailer for Alien Romulus? I have not. But I can't even tell you. I have not seen an Alien movie since, what's the one where Sigourney Weaver went bald? Was that number 3? Like, that's the last Aliens movie I've seen. The problem with you've got to see it in person statues is just that. Sideshow doesn't attend conventions anymore. So for some statues, it does them a disservice when they don't photograph well. John, I'm a big proponent of them being in person. I would love to see that again, but I think financially it wasn't feasible. We haven't heard anything about this San Diego Comic-Con, and maybe they will. Maybe they'll attend again. But I just think it makes better financial sense for them to do it themselves. And maybe they rely on YouTubers like us to say, hey, we love it in hand. So that's good enough for them. I mean, we do a lot of promotion, kind of, free commercials for Sideshow and Prime One and PCS and all this. I mean, all of the statue channels out there, like we're constantly talking about the product. So it's same with like Disney vloggers. Disney constantly talks about the product. That's free advertising, and so I don't know if they feel like they need to do it anymore when there's so many people talking about the product these days. Thank you for your clarification on the Joker movie here. I thought it was going to be Phantom of the Opera, but with a Joker. And that's what I had heard too. Like originally I thought, oh, okay, they're going to sing. It's got Lady Gaga. She's going to sing. And maybe we might get some of that. I don't know. But that's just what I've been hearing lately, that from pretty reliable sources. Ben Hislop, have you decided on getting the Gotham City Shadow bust by Sideshow? I see that that's now shipping and limited to only 150. It looks pretty cool, and I have it in my cart. I love it. It's a really cool piece. I don't know if it would fit in here right now. Maybe as you enter the bunker, that would be a cool spot for it. What is it? $1,000, I think. It's a really neat piece, but I haven't ordered it. Terry says, have you seen the Penguin series trailer yet? Watched it the other day and really looking forward to it. Yeah, it's got a Godfather feel to me. Sopranos, like it's going to be a mobster. Clearly, it takes place after the event. You can see the brace on his leg, probably going to make him even like, more Penguin-like as he hobbles forward. It's clearly his rise to power. It's his story about his advice that he took when he was younger. I think it's going to be an awesome show. I think we're going to see Batman and some other villains in it. I cannot wait for it. I'm very pumped, especially since they bumped the Batman back to 2025 or 2026 or whatever it is, which is disappointing, but good things come to those who wait, right? Out of curiosity, are you reading any current runs of DC for Batman or Nightwing, or maybe even the new Ultimate series? So that's the thing is, like, I don't have a local comic book shop, so I don't get the runs of the. Sorry, that sounded really bad. I was talking about Taco Bell earlier, but anyway, jokes aside, I don't get the current comic book runs. Like, I don't get those. So what I do is I just buy the hardcovers, and they're usually years later. So like this is an example. Like I didn't get the run up of it, but then I got the hardcover of the Deadly Duo. Of course, Mark Silvestri, who I've had a chance to meet a couple times this year, actually. But I mean, look at the art in this. Like, it's so good. So usually, because I don't have the local comic book shops, I just get stuff later after the fact. So I don't even know what's going on right now, to be honest. Even though I'm not a massive bust guy, I see what Tweeterhead is trying to do, and will definitely look awesome when you walk into a room. It'll look like the museum with all those bust heads. I just think they're just going to have so much presence being at third scale. I think it was really a great idea for them to do that. Oh, my bad. If I was a comic book store with the shark module outside. No, that was just that would be awesome. I wish it was. I definitely would have taken you guys inside if it was, for sure. But I'm glad you enjoyed that spring break video. Not very many people watched it, but I thought maybe it would help some people. Like if you ever want to go down there, just to kind of get the feel of the place, why I like it so much. It's become a favorite place of mine. Yeah, David DeSmalchin. Thank you, Jeff. I also don't like putting statues on the lower level, even though it opens up a lot more space. Will you eventually fill the lower level with statues? Yes. But it's always going to be the ones that are secondary to me. I'm always going to put my favorites, I think, on the top shelf if possible. And that's the problem, is like I don't want to spend $2,000 on a statue that's going to go on the bottom. But the great thing about this collection is it's my collection. I'm happy with it. And eventually I have got the room to fill it up. And that's the thing is like, I'm so glad it's not full already. You know what I mean? Because that would have been insane. Like I spent all this time and effort and money to make this happen. And then for it to be full already. And that would suck. So I'm really glad that I don't mind that they're empty right now. So yeah, David Smolchin, he's fantastic. Unfortunately, the new Ghostbusters movie wasn't written by Jason Reitman, Harold Ramis' son. The story and writing is what hurt this movie. It's bad, not because it includes the original cast. So that's too bad. I mean, bad writing is bad writing, right? We got Secret Sanctuary in the house. I was talking about Jeff earlier. Hey, Chris, what makes you think the J&D Pfeiffer Catwoman will be 1/6? I don't know. I don't know why. Let me show you what was teased, guys. I did have that picture. Hold, please. So this is what I'm referring to. That right there. I don't know. Maybe I just assumed would be a figure. But I don't know, Jeff. I mean, I guess I really just don't know for sure. Let me delete that there. I don't know. I need to do some research. I don't know if I guess they haven't said yet. I don't know. I don't know why I thought maybe 6 scale. I just get a feeling. Alex says for the tweeter head, should have been a full statue for me. I don't do busts. It's a bummer for me. I mean, that's the thing is the cost goes up. So if people aren't buying right now, I mean, it would be cool to see tweeter head do a 3rd scale full figure, and maybe they will. But I don't think they don't have confidence in people buying because people are not buying. Clearly, that's why all the edition sizes are so low. So Tweeterhead doing a $300 bust to me is really smart because people will spend $300. Chris, I wish some company will do some of Hanna-Barbera 1960s superheroes or Johnny Quest. That'd be cool. I think there's still a market for that, but I think that market is slowly dwindling because as we get older and older, a lot of that stuff was obviously before my time. I was born 76. So the 60s, obviously that's a small generation in front of me. And as they get older and older, are they willing to spend the money? Are they collecting this stuff? It's like, 30 years ago, that would have been really great, but I just don't know. Yeah. Number 3, Aliens. Number 3. Yeah. That's the last Aliens I've seen. No, J&D is not made a Michelle Pfeiffer. Did they tease? They teased a Michelle Pfeiffer? Did they? That's awesome. Chris, the Gotham City Shadow Bust is the piece I was referring to earlier. Okay. Thanks, Justin. Another user told me during the Rogues Gallery last Sunday that the PF Constantine was being done by Martin Canali. I looked at his work, and his human characters aren't doing it for me. See, I love Martin Canali. I think he's one of my favorite artists. So we'll see. I mean, we'll see how it turns out. But yeah, I love Canali's work. He's fantastic. The new Ultimate Marvel series is pretty. I haven't seen that either. I need to figure out what is that on Disney? Clearly, I'm out of the loop on a lot of this stuff, guys. I apologize. Freezing Point Studios says hi. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you being here. I love that taco food review. Running out of ideas. I went to go get it because I really wanted to try it. And earlier in the day, I had seen some TikToks. I really like those. I think they're funny. There's a lot of food reviewers out there. And I thought, why not? I like to do shorts. It's fun. It branches out, gives something different for the channel. Not the same old. Maybe let some of my other personality through, that sort of thing. And so I thought, well, why not? So, I don't ever take myself too seriously. And so I just, I thought that would be fun. So yeah, there are some days where I definitely run out of ideas. It's hard to do daily content. I feel like the bust piece would look amazing in the middle of your room. Yeah, it very well might. I just pre-ordered the Batman and Bruce Wayne Prime 1 Blitzway. Congratulations. That's awesome. I keep kicking myself wondering if I should have got the Bruce Wayne one. Where can we pre-order the Little Chris statue? They're actually pretty cool. Actually, I gave away one, or I was doing one in the auction, and God bless Dan. He saved me on that. No one wanted it. So thank you again, Dan, for that. Yeah. Good night from NYC. Chris, thank you for answering my questions. A piece that everyone being broke helps me, brings me happiness. I hear you. So we're going to be wrapping up here in just a few minutes. We've gone an hour now. Well, they're taking it back to the first Alien style film after the second one wasn't the same. I tried going a different route. Maybe I need to check this one out. I see that scarecrow. Yeah, he's hanging out over my shoulder here. Tweeterhead is trying to keep lower prices. That's why the busts aren't one to one instead of 1/3. Yeah, I mean they're going with the times, and I think they're smart. They're making smart business decisions. I wish Weta Workshop could make more Halo 3 statues that are grails. Well, maybe, hopefully they will. Fingers crossed for you. I think the Tweeterhead bust idea was very smart. Me too. I think the first two reveals look great, but I'm biased being a Superman fan. Tweeterhead just needs to produce them faster than usual. I agree. I think I've told this to Chad. I feel like getting this stuff out quick and teasing it quick and showing it quick is key, because when you wait and wait and wait, people get bored with it. And then they lack confidence that you're not going to make more. I'm not going to C2E2. I've not been to that show. That's definitely on my list. And maybe next year. I've got a number of cons that I'm already contemplating for this year. So we'll see going into next year as well. Making some arrangements and some plans right now, trying to figure out which ones to go to. I might even be going to a con this year and having my own booth, which is very exciting, having a Batman statue collector booth at one of our local shows. So that's going to be pretty exciting. I've been invited. So we'll see how that goes. Chris, some of them shorts get me laughing hard. So again, it's just fun. Shorts are fun. It brings in the audience. It's just something fun. And, again, we don't take ourselves too seriously here at all. And so it's just fun. I'm glad that people are appreciating some of them. It's just fun to do. I wanted the BSC statue, but Dan outbid me. Well, there you go. Yeah, so you got to fight for that, Dan. I wouldn't mind seeing more of those couple pieces like Batman, Superman, Lois. Sorry, Batman, Catwoman, Superman, Lois, maybe Green Arrow, Canary, or House, Star Sapphire. I think that's awesome. What they've been doing, they've definitely been thinking outside the box. And again, if you watch my video today, I'm really impressed with what Sideshow's doing with that stuff. Hope everyone has a great week. Same to you, Paula. I love how Sideshow has the payment flex plan. Yeah, Sideshow's great. There's no doubt. Please bring them back at Alien Ripley, Sigourney Weaver. That's all I asked for. I mean, to me, that's probably why I quit watching after that, because she is Aliens to me. I have not. The thing is, like, I never watched the X-Men comic or cartoon. Like, I never watched that, the animated series. So I have no connection to that. Like, the first time I ever knew about X-Men characters was the movies. And so, again, I've been a Batman guy. I'm a Batman guy. So I don't know if I would really have any connection to that animated series. Probably not. I'm sure I would enjoy it because I know those characters now, but I haven't. But I'm glad to hear it's fantastic. Having your own booth, that's going to be crazy. Congrats on that. Yeah, I think I'll have like a banner printed up, and like I'll maybe bring a few statues, just a way to promote the channel. Kind of meet people if they want to meet the BSC, that sort of thing. I mean, again, I could probably have 5 people or so that would maybe have seen the channel, but it would just be cool. And again, I was invited, so it was. I think it's going to be a really neat opportunity. I think I'm excited about it. Chris, this is from Tommy. What's your thoughts on scale inconsistency? All companies benefit from a unified standard. There are pieces from different companies that would go great together, but the scales don't line up, and they never will, Tommy. I think that if you say, I mean, like, look at Prime 1, even in Prime 1 themselves, they aren't always the same. Like, this 1/3 is a lot bigger than some of the other ones maybe around it. Or I think of the Ben Affleck Batman. That one's way bigger than any of the other movie pieces they did, and that doesn't make any sense to me. So even within companies, they don't always get it right. But I feel like for the most part, Like you look at J and D, all of their third scales look the same size. Prime One, or excuse me, Sideshow, all their quarter scales are for the most part the same size, but you'll never be able to get it perfect among collectors. I mean, among companies, because the companies don't work together. And so it is what it is. No Rogues this Wednesday. We had the show last Wednesday, so we have this week off, and then the following week we'll have Rogues for that show. So no Rogues this week. Chris, did you see the video clip of the Oscars with Michael Keaton in the audience? Yeah, actually, I did a video of that as one of my shorts. I don't have my phone with me, but I think we have like 70,000 views on it. So that was really cool. Yeah, that made the Oscars for me. X-Men cartoon is good. Glad to hear it. I'm watching the Spider-Man 90s animated show since I've never seen all the episodes. It's on Disney. I've never seen that either. Chris, since you're going to have your own booth, you should bring along your 3D printed mini statue figure of yourself, the one that you have. Maybe I will. I thought about bringing the Ledger Joker. I thought that would be kind of a great, get people's attention. I thought that would be a really cool one to bring with me along the show. So it's just super heavy. That's the problem with it. But I think that'd be a lot of fun. Have a great weekend. Same to you, Bullseye. Have a good night, everybody. Yep. It's been another good live stream, Chris. Thanks for hanging out again. Thank you, Superman. Have you played the Suicide Squad game? No, I haven't. I have had my PS5 for a year, and I still have not hooked it up. I missed it, Chris. What booth where? So I haven't announced it yet. Things are getting finalized. I will as we get closer, but I have been invited to be to have my own booth at a show coming up. I think it's in August. So we'll see. I will make more announcements as we get closer, but I don't want to say anything yet because I don't know if I'm supposed to mention it yet or not. So we'll see. But yeah, they've invited me to have my booth. So we'll see. I'm waiting for Batman to show up on the FX Shogun series. That'd be all right. Thanks, Justin. Yeah. And I've invited the other rogues. I thought it'd be really cool. I don't think anybody's going to want to fly in for it, but I have invited them to come, and then, they could spend the night here at my house, and we could do a little tour together and hang out. We'll see. I don't know if anybody will take me up on it, but yeah, hopefully it'll be a lot of fun. It'd be really cool if we can get a couple of the Rogues Gallery guys down there for that. That'd be neat. But again, it's a time commitment and expense to fly and all that stuff. And, everybody's got work. I mean, again, this is just all of our hobbies. So it's like, this is all of our part-time stuff that's oftentimes full-time. At least it is for me, but it'd be really cool. You should make a whole bunch of copies of the statue of yourself and sell them at the con. Well, that's the thing is like, I that was done specifically at that show. I mean, you only get one of those, that sort of thing. But I don't think anybody would want to sell that. I don't think anything, especially if people don't know who I am, obviously. And, 99% of the people at that booth would not know who I am. But no one's going to want to buy a little BSC figure. I can tell you that much. So anyway, I was just going to do an hour. I've gone a little over that tonight. But I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I hope you have a great rest of your week. Thanks again for supporting the channel like you guys do. If you know anybody that would want to watch this type of content, the biggest thing you guys can do is to share this content, to share the videos, share them in the groups and things like that. It really does help us tremendously. Again, we're now on our road to 65K, which is very exciting. Got some things in the work for that. So hopefully we'll be able to give a statue away here soon. And all that stuff. So anyway, I want to thank everybody. Please hit the like button on your way out. That really does help me out tremendously. I love you guys. Have a great rest of your work week. And I'll see you soon for another live stream and all the other good stuff that we have on the BSC channel. So thank you guys. See you in the Batcave. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.